Welcome, 090 math students. Today we're going to talk about LCD and LCM. This is lowest common multiple, and that's when you don't have fractions. That's what you call it, lowest common multiple. So if it was just numbers like 8, and if I could get on the right thing here, 8 and 20 versus lowest common denominator when it's 1 over 8 and 1 over 20, and you're just talking about the denominators. I have two steps here. And I'm going to go through some examples and refer to these steps as we go. So let me show you. Now, in example 1, we have, this will be LCD. So if you see this on a quiz or a test or something like that, you would have a blank here for LCD because they have denominators. But to find the LCD of these two fractions, you're just looking at the 32 and the 4. And what you're trying to find with LCMs and LCDs is the smallest number that 34 and 4 divide into. In other words, they're factors of this number. So I have step 1. Try to divide the smaller number into the bigger number. If that works, then the bigger number is the LCD. Pretty simple. So you try the bigger number, 32. If the smaller number divides into it, you're done. And in this case, we're done. 4 goes into 32, so that is 32 is the smallest number 32 and 4 go into. A lot of people get this mixed up with greatest common factor, and that's something completely different. I'm not going to mix that in this video. So 32 would be the LCD. On this one, we don't have the luxury of 10 going into 45. Remember, we're just focused on the denominators, and 10 does not go into 45. That is our first step. And if that doesn't work, so if step 1 doesn't work, then take multiples of the bigger number until the smaller number divides into it. So 10 does not go into 45, so you try 45 times 2, which is 90. Now, this is the next best logical choice for an LCD, because 45 only goes into multiples of itself. So if this smaller number now, 10, goes into 90, which it does 9 times, then that's your answer. So you just repeat this process. If that didn't work, you would try 45 times 3 and then keep going. Let me show you an example of that one. So now I have, for example 3, I have 3 different denominators, 16, 20, and 5. We'll just circle these. There we go. 20 obviously doesn't work, although 5 goes into it. They all 3 have to when you have something like that. So 20 doesn't work, so we try 20 times 2, which is 40. 5 goes into it. 16, no. So we try again. 20 times 3, 60. 16 is the number that's the problem here, and it does not go into 60. So we try 20 times 4, which is 80. And that one gets it right there, because 5 goes into anything that ends in 0, and 20 obviously goes into it 4 times, and 16 will go into 80 5 times. So the LCD in this example would be 80. But here's a good example of just repeating this process. There are lots of other ways to do this, but this is the fastball down the middle, easiest way to remember how to do this, and that's what matters on tests. You have a good one.